Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll discuss modern periodic law. In previous lecture we have discussed Mendeleev periodic table and Mendeleev periodic law that was typically based on atomic mass. But that periodic table has some limitations. To overcome that limitation, in 1913 In 1913, Henry Moseley introduced a new concept to classify the elements, and that was based on atomic number. Actually, he showed some evidence in favor of atomic number, why elements must be arranged in increasing order of atomic number. He studied the frequency of X-rays emitted by certain metals when they were bombarded with high speed electrons. As high speed electrons strike the metal surface, then X-rays were emitted, and he studied their frequency, and he concluded that square root of the frequency of X-rays was directly proportional to the atomic number of metals. Square root of frequency of X-rays was directly proportional to the atomic number of metals, and he plotted a graph square root of frequency versus z, and he concluded that graph was straight line. And he also plotted a graph of square root of frequency versus atomic mass, and that was not a straight line. So he focused on atomic number, that elements must be arranged in a increasing order of atomic number. As Mendeleev have discussed, explained the concept of atomic mass. Mendeleev said that physical and chemical properties of elements are dependent on atomic mass, or the periodic function of atomic mass. But somehow this atomic mass is dependent on atomic number. As we know, atomic mass is sum of proton and neutrons. Combinedly they are known as nucleons. According to Mendeleev, physical and chemical properties of elements were dependent on atomic mass. As atomic mass varies, their physical and chemical properties varies. But one thing must be noted: atomic mass is the sum of proton and neutrons. So, and number of protons is called atomic number. And number of protons is atomic number. So atomic number makes the atomic mass. Sum of protons, number of protons will make the atomic mass. Atomic mass is not a random number, but atomic number is a definite number, not a random number. It is fixed. For example, if we take first 4 elements of periodic table, atomic number of hydrogen is 1. Why? Because it contains 1 proton. Atomic number of helium is 2. Why? Because it contains 2 protons in nucleus. Atomic number of lithium is 3. Why? Because it contains 3 protons. And atomic number of beryllium is 4, because it contains 4 protons. For example, if we have to change their protons, we can't change them. It is a constant number, it is a fixed quantity, it is not a random number. So somehow the physical and chemical properties are not dependent on their atomic mass, they are dependent on a atomic number, because atomic mass is itself formed by atomic number decides the atomic mass. So atomic number is an independent quantity, it is a fixed quantity, fixed number, and we even can't change them. For example, we say atomic number of sodium is 11, and why it is 11? Because it contains 11 protons. So protons is a fixed quantity, we can't change it. Number of electrons can be changed, can be gained or can be lost, but a proton is a fixed quantity, it can't be changed. So Moseley concluded a new law, and that is called a modern periodic law, and he showed some evidences of a square root of frequency versus a atomic number. That graph was a straight line, and square root of frequency is directly proportional to atomic number. So in 1913 there was a new concept, and he introduced law, modern periodic law. So if we have to define the what is modern periodic law, so what is modern periodic law? Physical and chemical properties of elements are the periodic function of their atomic number, not of their atomic mass. That was the concept of Mendeleev if we use atomic mass. But Moseley concluded that he showed evidences that physical and chemical properties of elements are not dependent on their atomic mass, they are actually dependent on their atomic number. So today we have modern periodic table that is typically designed according to atomic number. So classification of elements is dependent on atomic number. There is one important question in CBSE many times asked, define modern periodic law. There is one word, that is periodic function. So what is this periodic function? It means physical and chemical properties of elements will repeat after a certain interval. For example, atomic number of lithium is 3, electronic configuration 2 1. The property will repeat after certain gap, certain interval, that is gap of 8 elements. Atomic number of sodium is 11, configuration 281. So somehow properties of lithium and sodium are similar. Both are alkali metals, both are more reactive, both have same valence electronic configuration. Valence means outermost shell electronic configuration. So periodic function, repetition. We can use also repetition. Physical and chemical properties of elements will repeat after a certain interval, certain gap, as a presence of same valence electronic configuration. That is periodic function. So simply again, physical and chemical properties of elements are a periodic function of their atomic number, not of their atomic mass. Even you can add also physical. What is the criteria of modern periodic table? Modern periodic table is designed according to atomic number as well as their electronic configuration. That is quite important for a CBSE. So what are the trends in modern periodic table, what are the properties of modern periodic table, we will discuss it in a next lecture. Thank you.